freaking excited. You guys say it's good. We try if it's really good, okay? Even up to this point, I'm like 6 kg in. The char siu is still like as good as the first bite. Good afternoon, people. You guys know I like my char siu and roast pork. And then we're back at Golden Mile Food Center. This one is actually recommended by you guys. Some send me DMs on TikTok, some send me on Instagram. This place might be one of the best, like top 3, relatively new contender. But you guys said that he might rival my Hong Kong 88. I'm a huge fan. I still think that Hong Kong roast 88, right, is undisputed. This place sells out within 2 hours. It's crazy. So I looked them up. It's called Chef Lup or something. And then I saw Mike Chen's video. And then he came here at, I don't know, like 11 AM and the things are about to get sold out already. Okay, so what happened is, actually I got Sean to call him. He reserved some for me. If not, you guys won't be seeing this video. Hopefully you can catch him because it's closing now. We can catch him and have a chat with him. Okay, let's go. So we've got the chef and also the boss of this place, Chef Lup. 对，为什么你这边叫 Chef Lup？
Chef Lup 是我本名啊，Karen 就是我的英文名而已。
哦 ，Lup 是你的 surname 啊？
不是，我是叫楚干辣，Lup 是我最初的名字。
OK。你 roast 这些 roast 多久啊？
有10多年了。
所以你之前没有开店啊？
第一次出来开。有啊，以前20多岁的时候有在马来西亚开过。
OK， 你是哪里人？
我是怡保人。
怡保人，我没有去过怡保。怡保有什么东西好吃？
芽菜鸡哦，比较
芽菜鸡对吧？
有很多东西也是好吃的。
那为什么你不要卖芽菜鸡？这个是你学过的啊？
我学过的。
你在哪里学？
在 KL。
哦，这个 OK，KL 来的都是挺厉害的。我在 KL 有吃到一个那个他们讲玻璃的叉烧，对，你的也是类似这样
子
哦。OK， 所以你在Golden Mile多久啊
？Golden Mile啊，差不多1年了。
1年了，哦，已经这样久啊。我是因为我的很多 viewer 他们发简讯来跟我讲，你这边真的是他们吃过很多，你是属于他们很喜欢的，他们知道我喜欢 roast pork char siu， 所以他叫我来吃。
谢谢。
好，所以你几岁啊
？34岁。
哇 ，very young chef， 34岁。他们讲说你一般2个钟就卖完了，差不多这样啊。
差不多2-3个小时了。
My video title I'm gonna put super good and sells out within 2 hours. That's the video title that we're putting. OK， 所以你这边比较多人点的是什么？叉烧烧肉，
鸭都很多了。
鸭也是
3样都比较平均。
3样都平均啊，哇，
都有不同的顾客群。
一般我还以为是叉烧跟烧肉比较多人吃。
OK， 好，是蛮多的。
OK， 好，这样今天我也吃鸭了，3种都来。对，好，我知道。OK，I got him to reserve some for me. If not, I would not have anything left. I got a giant plate. I'm still deciding which plate to use. We get him to plate it up. Okay, I'm wearing a cap today because my hair is like I just came back from like Chengdu not long. I haven't fixed my hair. It's too long already. We're gonna prep the food, and then I'll see you guys when the food is ready. You know how I tell if the roast pork is good or not? You hear the sound when they chop the thing. It's got a very strong crackling sound. Which is how I know that the roast pork is solid. The skin is like biscuit like that. And he actually removed the most bottom layer, which is that layer is actually not that pleasant to eat because it's very tough. All you're getting is the accents. 这看 roast 做多久？8年了。Whoa! Okay. Now that he reminded me, I realized I met him before at Comes Roast. He's the head chef, right, at Comes Roast for about 8 years. Comes Roast is no joke. They are considered quite good. I mean, when they come to Singapore, maybe not as fantastic as back when they are in Hong Kong, but they are also up there. I love this kind of KL style char siu. It's just very different. It's not like I hate Hong Kong style char siu or anything, but I don't know. It's maybe the cut that they use is a little bit different. It's got lesser tendon, which I personally like. You can really tell from the way he's cutting everything. There's 8 years of experience in there. Look at that. There you go. Okay, solid. Freaking excited. You guys say it's good. We try if it's really good, okay? I'm gonna start from the char siu first. Oh. That is good. Oh, I want to gatekeep this place, right? Oh, char siu is really very good. Oh, wow. I thought he used the malt sugar, which is 麦芽糖, to create the glaze on the outside. He told me, right, he's very honest. He told me, right, he only used white sugar, normal white sugar, and can create this kind of caramelization, right? It's pretty damn insane. The char siu is leaning a bit towards the sweet side. I can understand why you guys say that this is one of the best char siu like in Singapore now. I don't think he uses like very fancy pork, but to create this texture using regular pork, right, it is something. Let us try the roast pork. Oh. This is the best part, look at that. Crackling skin, nice layer of fat, and then you still get the lim beads. That's right. Oh, that is unreal. The first thing that hits you, right, is the crunch. So you bite down, right, the shatter, okay, the skin shatter. And then the second thing that hits you, right, is the fat. The fat will actually melt and it creates this moisture and then followed by the lean part. It's very, very textural, a lot of dimension. Oh, good roast pork though, not too fatty. You know, some places, right, you can't even taste the lean part. The cucumbers in between the bites, very, very helpful. I'm gonna down a bit more first, then we talk about duck. I just want to try a bit of his soup. This is pig, like, su tu tang, the pig stomach soup. Very peppery, it's got a bit of umami, and it's not like, some places they give you like plain water, look at the color. It's very nice. Put it a bit of rice. So the rice doesn't get too dry. The only complaint here is the rice tends to get dry out. I'll show you guys the different ratio of my char siu. That is, okay, these are the ones that I would really highly recommend you guys to get. This one right here. They call it the 半肥半瘦 one, which is half fatty, half lean. This is the kind that you guys should get. He is really up there with the best. Not even kidding. Okay, let's try the duck. The price duck. I don't usually order duck though, so I don't know how to tell if this is a good piece of duck or bad piece of duck. That is a piece of breast meat, and it's still so freaking tender. I think it's a very good indicator that the duck is done properly. He mentioned that there's a good amount of regular that actually buy his duck, and I can see why. His duck is roasted to the point that the skin, right, the fat underneath the skin of the duck, right, is almost gone already. So it leaves a very nice crispy layer of skin outside. It's very different. I'm making you hungry.
Yeah.
Mika is behind the camera. He's one of our new videographer, producer. He told me he loves char siu. By the way, he's a Singapore national powerlifter. I can tell you. And a lot of char siu in Singapore. This one, it sits within the top 3. Another thing I want to highlight is the price point. His price point is very competitive. I usually don't fancy that, but this one really up there. Maybe his experience from Cum's Rolls, you know, bring it here. Oh, the duck is starting to grow on me. It's a little bit herbaceous, but not over the top. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just nice. It hits you at the back, and it doesn't really, like, too medicinal that you cannot get it down. Still going strong. My only complaint is the rice. I really do appreciate the soup. I mean, it's effort. Usually this kind of roast pork store, right, their soup tastes like plain water, like sea water, and just water and salt. But this one really, it's got the nice, like, home-cooked pig stomach soup, what do you call it? The aroma. It's got a bit of that briny, salty feel to it. What's this here? I think really do a deep dive into the chili. Okay. I I tell you something. I don't think chili is quintessential when it comes to eating roast pork and char siu. It is very essential when you're eating chicken rice, but for something like that, I don't think it buffs the dish up or anything, which is true for this one also. Yes, it lends a bit of that acidity, you know, to help you cut through the grease. But then, in my honest opinion, I could do without it. But it is a very nice addition. Guys, the chicken rice store uncle, guys, my favorite chicken rice in Singapore. Wait till you try the chicken rice out here. Oh, Shannon, you take this piece. This is the best one. I'll take this one. I want to see your reaction eating it. Wow. 喂，你拿到这个 perfect ratio 了。对，this is the best one. Fucking unreal, right? Usually they won't touch the food here, but then today, right, because it ran out already, and then yeah, I tell you, we are char siu fanatics, and if the team all agree that this is insane, it is really very good. Do you like roast pork though? Yeah. Try a bit. You guys gonna try again the roast pork. You take the ends, the ends the best part.
Oh,
yeah.
As soon as I poke my fork in, the crunch.
You get what I'm saying, right? It shatter and then the fat will eat. Now I know why it sells out in 2 hours. So in KL, right, there's a style of char siu called the 玻璃叉烧, which means translucent glass char siu. It's like if you shine it under light, right, you can see through it. I think actually quite close to that, right? This piece maybe. Take a look at it. The thing about this store, guys, it's a very humble store. His roaster, right, that cauldron thing, right, takes up like half of his store. We want to go inside and film, also a bit challenging. Another thing about roast pork, right amount of salt. Some roast pork, you don't hit it with enough salt, right? That weird porky aroma, right, tends to be very prominent. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about, the rice. You see, the rice becomes very lumpy and dry, and then if you actually look at the rice close enough, right, you can see some rice are a little bit undercooked. I'm not like nitpicking or anything, but it's just like some issues with like roast pork store. Like for chicken rice store, you don't find this kind of issue because chicken rice, the rice is the major component. For roast pork, right, I don't think the rice is really matter that much, you get what I'm saying? But still, I mean, all this makes up for it, really. This is like, if you were to rate it, right, I rate it like 9.2 out of 10 of it. The duck reminds me a bit of the goose in Hong Kong. His experience at Comes Roast, right? I think he learned some stuff. I need to keep hydrating the rice because, like I said, the rice gets dry out very easily. It's not the oily kind of rice. For Golden Mile, a lot of good food. Wow, the char siu just never gets over me. Even up to this point, I'm like 6 kg in, the char siu is still like as good as the first bite. Oh, this is so good though, wow. The end pieces are even better. This is when they put the sugary glaze, right? And they smoke it under high heat. It caramelized. I don't know if it's like carcinogenic or not. Okay? People always say this is type 2 carcinogenic. What is type 2 carcinogenic? Your freaking phone. Okay, so you just stay off your mobile phone if you're so afraid. I won't get it's type 2 or type 3, I'll eat it. Brian Johnson is gonna say, this will take 3 years off my life or something. It's worth it, man. 哇，它的叉烧哦，它这个 end dish 更好。What if I dip the roast pork in the char siu sauce? I think the shoba, right, the salt is actually all concentrated at the bottom. So when he cut it off, right, the salt is gone. Oh, but his char siu sauce, bro, is really something. Saving the best for last. I'm also dying in it. Hey, what's the top 3 lift? What are your numbers? 他 deadlift 330 kg 应该没有破300，很少，新加坡没有机会过300。Justin, nice to meet you. And that day I feel damn bad. Those 2 girls asked me for a photo. I was so full about to puke already. My mouth is all food. So I'm walking to the bathroom. Then when they walk right, then I was like, so I'm saying like, let me clear my mouth, wait. Then they feel so like, and then they walk away. I posted on Instagram story. They say sorry to caught you while your mouth is full. Okay guys, we're about to finish this up. Like, okay, I tell you guys, as much as I enjoy char siu, roast pork rice and everything, if I'm not switched into the food challenge mode, right, towards the end it's always gonna be very slow. But I'll still try to finish it within an hour. I think this is the last bite. Okay, last bite. So guys, we're done. Definitely easily one of my top 3, this place, for the char siu. Roast pork wise, it's good. It's definitely up there, but I still prefer my Hong Kong 88 roast pork. The duck is also very good. Like I say, everything is very nice, very balanced. And for this kind of price point, I'll really say this is really one of the very strong contenders up there. This one is really recommended by you guys, okay? So just drop your recommendations down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. Remember to like this video. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.